Alright friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kristen and this is Growing Zone 9B. So today it's actually still raining. It's been raining for like the last week. Literally the last 3 days it's rained for most of the day, most of the evening. As you can see, the truck is wet. The pups are over here standing in the water. It's still, you can see like the sprinkles and stuff pulling off the car, but the truck. But yeah, it's raining, which we need the rain. But the problem is we literally had and I have a picture of it. I should have brought it out here to show you guys, but I just want to capture this real quick. We had a little tornado that came through. Literally, I mean, the wind just picked up, went crazy. It was kind of scary for a little minute. I was like, great, what's happening? And of course, wouldn't y'all know it, the banana tree that has bananas on it was the one that fell out. Here it is. Look, it fell onto what is my Tennessee sweet potato squash, which is kind of taking up our area right here. But these bananas all stayed intact. Everything was great, fine. And most of the wind was coming from like this side. So I thought if I was gonna lose something, it would be these bananas in this area. But no, it snapped the banana that had fruit on it. And you can see, because my fiance thought he could like pull it back up, but you can see it just snapped it. And look, here's my little bananas. So, nice little banana rack. It's terrible. At this point, the bananas are really kind of too small, sadly. They would be super starchy. I mean, I could maybe try to put them and cook them down, but I don't think that's gonna happen. What I'm gonna end up doing this weekend is I am going to end up taking this and kind of just chopping it out at this point, make it like a chop and drop, because I want to get it off of the vine, because as you can see over here, we have a Tennessee sweet potato squash looking beautiful and nice. So I will actually be taking that squash shortly. I think I have a couple more squashes throughout the garden right here, but yeah, it just came through and knocked over the bush. We got a little okra up here. We can take the okra. Still pulling in a couple of okra. I probably should have brought a pair of scissors out, but I didn't even know it was there. There's another little baby okra right there. I don't have that many okra left, but I love to eat okra raw. Good for your gut. Also over here we have a little star fruit coming through. There's only one. This is the first year that it's really started to fruit, so I'm not actually surprised that there is only one fruit on the plant. This banana kind of got like a little wonky. It's kind of leaning, but and you can see the separation. You can see these two have also started leaning, but I got some pups here, so I may just try to transplant these two pups, this one here and then this one here, and maybe kind of move them, because this just wasn't the best spot. Or maybe kind of sticking them behind the fence right over here. That might be a better spot for them. Mexican sunflowers will end up kind of maybe blocking some of the wind, and that might actually be helpful. Plus they'll have the fence to lean on, and that's just stuff you kind of have to think about, and you live and learn through the process. This is the first or second year that I've really had the bananas up here in the front. I just figured it would be like in line of sight, and that's really important, because it'll make you pay attention to what's going on with your fruit and your vegetables. And plus I figured that the squirrels probably would not be attacking it as much because it's up here closer to the house, and that's really kind of helpful. So, you know, live and learn, but that's why you don't count your chickens before they hatch, friends, because that was going to be a beautiful, nice rack of bananas, and unfortunately it is now going to be a beautiful compost for us. One of the best bananas that I have really found, honestly, to buy and purchase here for me personally is going to be this Cavendish dwarf banana. They really don't get very big. They kind of, you know, you're looking at maybe a 6 foot, 7 foot tree. And that's not too bad for our area because I can easily just walk up to it where it would be fruiting and I'm able to grab the fruit. As you can see, we still have some grapes that are coming through. I will end up clipping that grape back so that this plant really has a lot of time to just grow. Now, a lot of people ask questions about the yellowing of the bananas. As long as the top of your leaves are green and doing well, then there's usually not too much of an issue, and they haven't gotten wind beaten, then there's not too much of an issue for the bananas, in all honesty. This is normal. Just take a pair of clippers and kind of clip these back and just set them at the bottom down here and make them compost. Bananas like to be fed back bananas. So, you know, their leaves, or like I said, the one that fell, I could chop it and drop it right there and it will feed the soil back. As you can see, kind of where Luna is, it's got a pup right there where her head is. And so that's a good sign because you want your bananas to be pupping, because once these bananas fruit, you will end up taking this tree out, the fruiting tree, once it's done fruiting, and then you'll leave the pup for the next set of fruit to come through. A banana is only going to fruit once. It's not going to continually fruit like an orange tree or a lemon tree would just continually produce. You have to do cleanup and clear out bananas, and that's something that people need to think about when they're growing, because not everyone wants to deal with bananas in that regard. As you can see, with all this rain, our cranberry hibiscus has started coming back. This one over here is a volunteer, and you know, it's just really nice because we are in August, and honestly, I usually see these start to really come back to life and just loving everything in November. So it's kind of very interesting to see that it's coming back to life this time of year, but I'm not surprised with all the rain. Also, we definitely still have the grapes going on. You can see here we have been picking our grapes. They're still here. They're delicious. Like I said, I've got so many grapes. There's new grapes coming on. These grapes compared to this grape, do you see the difference? Like, they're starting to put on new grapes already, which is, again, this is a strange year for things to be occurring. I've also got the papaya here. I'm going to trim back the grapevines. The grapevines are just running through the papaya. I'm telling you, papaya is really a resilient plant. It can die, and then I'm telling you, the seeds, it just pops back up for me. I never have any issues getting papaya to grow. So if you need a fruiting plant and you like papaya, I highly recommend that you definitely consider growing it. All right, friends, so as you can see, we definitely have some work ahead of us for this weekend, and I still have more grapes that I need to be getting off. There are plenty of grapes out here. As you can see, there's still grapes. I mean, tons and tons and tons of grapes. I have pulled in thousands of grapes, and I still have so much more to get to this weekend. Hopefully it won't be raining too bad, and we will be able to get out here and really get picking our grapes. That is something that we need to do. So I also have started, you know, we're getting ready to go into our fall season, and so I've already started doing quite a bit with the fall planting. I've already actually planted, which I didn't take you all along with me, but I started planting my mustard greens because I love mustard greens. They're actually so delicious here. I started planting my bok choy. I do want to try to get some carrots in. I still have to get the carrots put in. So we have quite a bit to get through, but this rain has just been wonderful. I'd like to actually, I don't know if I have enough time, but I should, but I want to get another Tennessee sweet potato squash in. I got one over here that we've looked at. It actually hasn't fruited, which I find a little weird, but I think my fiance might have weed whacked it. So that's why it's like kind of just doing whatever it does. But yeah, look, you can see it's like jungle now. Yeah, see, look, that vine over here is the Tennessee sweet potato squash, and it's wrapping itself all the way around over there, and it just looks super weedy and gross. But you know, I take my food wherever I can get it from in the garden. This is still kind of a jungly mess, but yeah, the pineapples, they're still doing really good. I expect this one to kind of produce another pineapple, well, at least a pineapple, because it's nice and big. That one over there is big, that one's big. So I think before fall truly sets in, I will probably get at least 3 more pineapples. So this year that would make almost like 17, that'll be like 17 pineapples. That's quite a bit. That's a nice round of pineapples, like to be eating fresh from the garden. So all right, friends. Oh, I can see there's more rain on the way. It's clouding back up, so we're gonna head in. I just wanted to come out here in the rain and show you that we lost that set of bananas, which is really sad, but I still have the set in the back, which is wonderful. But you know, friends, just hang in there. Gardening's not always easy, but you know what, it is rewarding when we do get the fruit that we want to get. And there's other things that'll come up in the garden, like your grapes. So until next time, friends, love one another, be kind, and I will see you guys real soon. Stay safe, and don't be in the rain if it's lightning, that's for sure. All right, see you guys soon.